now against a very good Rad team.
Same. I've said it in the last broadcast. I have to say it again. If you guys missed out on this series, please go back and watch it because it was actually the most closest, most insane high-level gameplay that we've probably seen in Marvel Rivals Esports in general, and it was all here within the MRI. Coming back from that, though, you know that FlyQuest feel pretty good. They were able to take care of a team like Envy, send them down to that lower bracket, still win, making the adjustments that they had, but it was so close, even down to the wire for that last map.
Yeah, as we head into hour 4 here, guys, looking at what these teams are going to bring, I would expect no Adam Warlocks is my guess. You know, we have Gale flex into that. Zealous plays a disgusting Warlock as well. Vision can flex to it. Look for flexibility. I think these teams can play anybody and answer the call. So the pick ban phase is going to be important, but less so than we've seen in other matchups, in my opinion.
Let's get this going here. Game number 1 for our final series of the day. It's been non-stop action, very close fights here. And I feel like that's just been the theme that we've been highlighting within the MRI here. As the first set of bans come out, no Emma, no Jeff, after what we just witnessed from the other side of FlyQuest.
We said it last time, this team's always streaming when they play. Not this time. They're locked in. They're ready to go here. And if you look, you know, I would say they're probably going to try to target Spark Chief and some of their bans. But hey, just as I spoke, that first save belonged to Adam. And I think that's the play. I think that's so smart here because you know they're going to want to play it. I'm wondering if this ban is going to go towards Adam and just try to get that advantage on the resurrection. So many, you know, look at that. I had a feeling that that was the direction they were going to go for.
Good call right there, Cozy. And domination too. We said this in the last series, but it's important to reiterate that having Adam be able to reset on a map like domination for that game mode just is so strong. You deny the opportunity now away from FlyQuest after they protect the Magneto and now taking out the Ultron from Rad Esports lineup.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is going to be a Hulk ban unless they, I don't know, maybe go for the save here because looking at what they have available, maybe Emma could also be a route that they go, but typically they do like to roll with the Hulk. We'll see what way they like to choose because with going Venom out, it kind of limits what they want to go from here. They're thinking about it a lot. It's going to be the Mantis save, all right? And man, that's definitely going to help the firepower here for sure with this team.
If they can't get it done with the Ultron to the skies, at least they're able to help them out here. See if they're going to be the ones to rock that with the damage boost. And now looking on the other side with Rad not being able to have that Mantis. Wonder what that last protect is going to be.
And it kind of forces them to ban Ultron too. So just a little bit of play on knowing what they are definitely going to ban there with the Emma save. Guru's going to get his Emma. I'm sure we'll see some Angela there from time to time. Gilbert obviously can flex over if need be. Last ban, though, what way do they want to go about this? You know, they've done most of what they're happy with thus far. Potentially, they go and shut down one of, I was going to say, Star-Lord. You know, Bedtime Story and Gale can play him to such a high level.
Pick your hero.
Bedtime Story and Pizza Demon, too, because we've seen Pizza Demon had popped off on that Jeff prior on Domination, too. So, looking at what we have, wondering if Guru really is going to roll out with Angela. Can't tease me there, but something that is going to be even more important is that Adam Warlock that Rad will now be able to play.
And Vision played a crazy Jeff against Envy, and it's this tale we've seen time and time again, right? It's the Jeff versus the Adam Warlock, and it just is repeating itself in what is a counter to try to shut down that resurrection. Hell's Heaven is the map we've seen. We've for sure seen Rad on this map before. We'll see if FlyQuest can get it done as well.
This is the map that we saw once again. Bedtime Story just go crazy here as well as Pizza Demon being on that Jeff, but it's going to be the start for game number 1 between these two teams that have been terrorizing that upper bracket to find out which of these teams will be sitting happily in that grand finals.
Yeah, I think we get an early preview here on two teams that should make it to Georgia, or at least are favored to for the next land in the grand finals. But first, we find out our seeding here at Hydra Base as these teams lock in. Get ready. Energy on Star-Lord, as we can see early with the Mantis boost from Cooper. Zealous on the Invisible Woman. We got the triple strategist ready to go, and it's going to be the Strange Portal from Gilbert.
I was hoping there was going to be a follow-up counterporter right there, perhaps there too, before Spark is going to be able to just swap off, be able to get right back into the action, and it's going to be able to go over to that Captain America. So a little stall out here with the mission area unlocking in the next 5 seconds. So just patient play coming out first from FlyQuest.
No, and this Angel thing has worked against some of the other teams, but they haven't gone against a team like FlyQuest, who may not be, you know, tricked or going to suffer against Angela. But we'll see. Time has proven us different now as Bedtime Story is going to rotate to the back with his team. Spark Cheap and Vest are going to find themselves a bit CC now as they push in. Bedtime Story is doing exactly where we left off, on fire here in Ignite.
Also, it allows the rest of FlyQuest to try boosting up into those ultimates here. Forky Dog nearing that invisible boundary, but Guru slams down here to get a good amount of damage here, with Vision already having that Jeff ultimate online.
Vision now just farming up that ult, ready to go. Zealous can follow. Great patience here. Now, with the quick... Okay, we've got the good upkeep of the team. The Agamotto goes out, and it's Gilbert Noodle finding success here, but no one falling yet. The Jeff ult goes. Does he find himself some... Oh, my...
Oh, they try to isolate him with the Phoenix counter immediately afterwards, but it's not going to help them out. We're going to take a quick trip with the Uber driver that is Vision, sending the Vanguards off to the side.
And the point's not even taken yet. We've had a full ult rotation and not one person to cap. This is what you've come here for, folks, in match number 4. Legendary from the skies. And Gale bringing them back now as Vest gets himself the quick pick there to shut down that.
Talk about the counter here to bring everybody back alive. By the way, they still haven't flipped the point. There is still a member of Rad still stalling out on this point, but FlyQuest are annihilating Rad in the front lines here, and it's just a matter of time before the point at least eventually flips. Now, let's divert their attention to that point.
We had the entire ult rotation from both teams, and it was just a stun lock. What a way to fight it out here for their spot in the grand finals. Vision with a pick there to get things rolling. 61%, 63 for him. And Zealous Cooper not far behind, looking on the side of Rad. And they have plenty charging up. Pizza Demon will be the closest to it with Forky.
Nice little side-by-side right here, too, while they try to break through this aggression from FlyQuest. Keep your eyes on Spark, though, as he's going to try to terrorize that backline, being on the Captain America. His bedtime story slowly approaching that Phoenix Ultimate 2. Forky Dog with the invisible boundary, and Vision already getting that Jeff Ultimate online for this next round of Ultimate rotation.
Yeah, good rotation there from Bedtime Stories. Vest has the ult ready to go, so he can counter if he needs to. Now Gilbert moving in slowly, trying to find that pick early. Good awareness from him and good sustainability. 75, and they're forced to get something rolling for the team and ult up.
I love the way he was diverting his attention there, too. They keep him up alive now with Pizza Demon helping the rest of Rad to move up, but that's one shot as ultimate used up here as Energy pops a legendary and sneaks the KO onto Bedtime Story. No Phoenix Ultimate reset here, and it also forces out Forky Dog with the invisible boundary, but here comes Vez with a LeBron slam down on that Meteor M, and Gale, the survivor, is going to be able to use that resurrection to bring them up, but here comes the Jeff to isolate the Adam Warlock, and they combat that with the Phoenix. So are you kidding me?
Perfect play here. FlyQuest absolutely barely hanging on at times and then firmly doing it to mix up both as Cooper now. The rotation's happening. They've got the ults ready. Zealous and him can keep the sustain far past 99%. Gilbert Noodle only one up to bat here. They're going to have to win an insane fight in the neutral. Right now, FlyQuest looking dominant.
It's just watching beautiful, colorful chess out here. Counter ultimate into counter ultimate between these two teams. Gilbert has that group hug, though, and FlyQuest have a lot to help survive right through that onslaught of damage. They're nearing 99% overtime, while Rad have not been able to flip this point once.
I mean, just, yeah, linking up like the Infinity Stones out here. Power, purpose, perfection now with Gilbert Noodle moving in. He's got the imprisonment, looks for his prey. Good rotations yet again, staying alive. Oh, energy, legend, nothing. As he shut down to 0% quickly, Gilbert Noodle continues to show patience now with Bedtime Story up, looking for the prey, crashing down as the Phoenix. Vicky.
Oh, talk about the timing, though. It's Jeff going to be able to activate to avoid taking that damage. Takes the Invisible Woman, which is even stronger here, taking Forky Dog all the way to the side, isolating him, just trying to call out the Invisible Woman in general here as Invisible Bounder from the other side from FlyQuest. Keep them alive, but it's an elongated fight with Guru having the sound of seduction.
Guru now rotating to Emma. I think this was the play if they want to continue to be in this thing now. Trying to push back the opposition is energy here as Doctor Strange with the choke, the hold to respect Mother into the kick. Diamond push back now, and right now it's looking like Rad can potentially take this thing back, but not so fast as energy invests as they move in.
Yes, Mother. Sorry, Mother. I won't do it again. I promise. But FlyQuest, they want this right now as they've been holding their feet on this point. The way they're split up. The pullback, though, as Spark Chief cannot get back. Pizza Demon dealing the finishing blow. And Gale still has not been called out yet. I believe he still has that passive available, and he still has that resurrection online.
No one can step off the one sliver left. Undefeatable coming from Cooper. Here comes the Agamotto energy. Goes down as swiftly as he puts out the ult. Now bedtime story Guru get the pick. Respect Mother. She knows best as they do get the gap here momentarily. And there we go. Wow, what a fight between these teams.
And they still were able to rotate through those ultimates, understanding the win condition here. They're at 99-0, and this means that they have to be incredibly smart with the way that they try to cycle through this to deal with this FlyQuest.
Ice in the veins. Ice in the veins. We have a good set of 3 here between these two teams. Now, Guru with the seduction. Gale still has that resurrection up and ready to go. Look for the combo there. Okay, we've got plenty of combos set up here for the Marvel Masterpiece that these teams have been putting on now. Pizza Demon ready for the show.
Oh, no, he tried to actually heal up that one player over to the side by the health pack here. Is able to reset, though, with Guru having that on a seduction. Gale still in the backline, still having that karmic revival. As you can see, FlyQuest with Spark Chief leading the way with that freedom charge. Gives everybody that sustainability, but builds up that space before slamming down the Meteor M and misses out on the Adam Warlock point blank.
Out of Gale, the plot armor. Insanity now ensues as everyone stayed alive there. Spark Chief continues the aggression. Vision gets the pick there on Bedtime Stories while getting his team ready to roll. Gale is going to get the resurrection now. Legendary from Energy. They're just fighting back to back. It's FlyQuest looking like the main quest.
Oh, Vision had sent everybody down, and despite people coming back around FlyQuest, they immediately take over the point just as quickly as they had able to plant their feet on that point first.
That for like 3 matches, Vicky. What the heck? That was insane, the trading, the perfection. You know, I kind of said it when we opened up. I wasn't sure if Angela was going to be the play against a team like FlyQuest. Not saying it's going to be gone and out with, but I think Emma is a much safer option here. And there you go. Gilbert Noodle going to rotate to Hulk. Nope, we're back to Angela. Just kidding.
No way. Let's see if this is actually what they stay with, though, for that first fight, though. Only because Gilbert Noodle also was on point when it came to bringing everybody together with those Groot ults, too. But with the Hulk and the more composition, it could do a lot better in trying to deal with Vision, trying to get into their backline, as well as energy floating around on that Star-Lord.
Oh, good call out there. Vest continuing to do what he does and shines for his team. It's 2 absolute titans. One, though, has to fall out of this Olympic level effort as the teams move in. And right now, the aggression from FlyQuest has been crazy at the helm of Spark Chief, looking to portal them in, swap out like last time as he backs out into the point and gets to his comfort pick. Now looking on the other side, they do have Namor. We'll see if this changes the script for them.
Definitely going to have a lot more of that damage output. You have that verticality where you can get on that high ground here, diverting their attention. But FlyQuest take that fight up to them, it looks like here, as the Squids do the job. And Cooper having that ultimate, though, just allows FlyQuest to have that slight advantage getting right back onto the point. But that could be combated easily with Forky Dog having that invisible boundary.
All right, here, Cooper with the ult to keep his team in this thing. Again, I expect this point to last for an eternity. Forky Dog as well can match. We'll see first one to laugh. Energy. Damage up, looking for the first limits. Gilbert Noodle, though, taking down Cooper, who did have the ult. Give advantage to Rad. Now, Forky Dog could push in with aggression with the team, but Energy won't go down lightly. Guru pushing in with the one-wing angel and quickly finds defeat.
Cue the music real quick while the Jeff ultimate comes out. The whale drops down. A whale versus a shark while Vision is still alive. Also kept alive thanks to that invisible boundary as he sends him down. Oh no, he tried to turn around. That was unfortunate, but Vision will be able to come right back around as Rad are down 2.
Insanity. Vision wants that one back. You know, didn't have to fall off, but you know what? Just gonna get a quick reset. Guru now resetting himself here as his team loses Gilbert Noodle 8% and climbing. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is just pure cinema.
It feels like a horror movie, though, right? It's like, what is Guru doing over to this left side here before Guru's like, oh, never mind, psych, and then it goes right back to the rest of the team here. And Guru does have that ultimate to bring everybody together, as well as Gale, as long as Gale could stay alive, maybe being on the high ground, as Energy also could get that damage boost with the Mantis coming right back.
And here comes the ult. Heaven falls there as there's nothing from it. Forced to push back again because Spark Chief is just all up in this team here. He does get the kidnap, trying to throw him off, but guess what? He can fly, but not before he dies there. Now Bedtime Story looking, blessings to the deep up, trying to push the pressure on, but 41 and climbing for this team, Vic.
They were jumping Energy, and that's what the Legendary now out from this fight at the moment here. While trying to keep everybody alive is going to be Cooper here with the Soul Resurgence, dealing a good amount of that damage before backing away. They understand that Rad had the number advantage, and with the Legendary coming right back around from Energy, they are not letting Rad take this over. Remember, they're still stalling out here.
I mean, just absolutely explosions of color on the screen as it's FlyQuest coming out in blue to save. But Guru now getting a pick on Vision off the map. Goes the Shark. Gale with the reses to bring this team right back into it. If they're going to win at all this thing, this is the fight to do it.
A Shark Shish Kebab tastes a little rubbery here, but that's something Guru will walk away with the invisible boundary up from both of these teams. Smart Team can keep everybody alive, though, with the Freedom Charge once this Meteor M slam down. As the slam down save from Guru and the shield, he sends Vez off the map. Once again, Guru's situational awareness and the timing has just been on another level with Angela here.
Guru says, tell me how that lava is down there. What a throw off as he continues to get these eliminations off the edge. Bedtime Story gets energy out of this, and now Rad is able to get the point back. Not quite 99, but 97, Vic.
Man, I'm not over this. The protection, though, on the Meteor M. Get down, Mr. President. He came in with the shield at the perfect time.
The full jump in front of the bullet. That was all. That was sure death coming from the team. Vision now does have the ult ready with the Legendary, and FlyQuest likes what they have to take this point right back. We'll see if the damage boost can come. Pizza team are going to have to keep this team alive. Guru faced with pressure. Has the Snowflake, though, keeping them in this. Good rotations from this team, but the point, it's going back to FlyQuest. Someone's got to hop on.
Unfortunately, you have to go right back from the high ground back down below, but they were able to survive utilizing that Invisible Woman shield around that Legendary and getting out of the line of sight. Cooper here together with the Soul Resurgence and Pizza Demon having a dance off with the fate of both worlds. Rad Esports trying to reposition to not use everything in the bank here, as Bedtime Story still has that whale, as well as Gilbert for that reset.
He's got to nail this Giganto here. He's looking to throw it. Vision's going to go out now. And oh no, look who could be caught. Okay, he's going to turn his eyes away there from the Namor. Gilbert Noodle getting burned down there from the Monster Hulk. Here comes the whale. Gets the connection, but no flusher finish.
Forky Dog, though, gets a pull off of Spark Team, sending him off the map. Environmentals everywhere. It forces the Meteor M. Are you kidding me? Anything to stay alive, and he still gets impact out of the Meteor M2, even when his hand is forced.
Out of a Marvel movie, Kevin Feige could have scripted better now as Energy continues to spin to win, gets rid of Gale. There's going to be nothing coming from the Golden God in terms of resurrection. Nice finish and focus on what is the win con of finding that res, but the portal comes out, Vic. The job's not finished, but Cooper makes it tough as Forky goes down.
They knew the assignment here, and while you desperately try to portal right back around, Rad Esports don't have the number capability as the body block also comes out too. Energy's not big enough from the other side of the portal, though, and now here comes Guru on the Angela with no sustainability. Forky Dog goes out next, and FlyQuest take over map number 1.
Energy Cooper, the full Guardians of the Galaxy, getting it done, making it their main quest for FlyQuest to move on to that grand final in the seeding for a second time. They did so in the mid-season. They're looking to do it again. Right now, it's 1-0 Rad. And I'll be honest, Vic, I think this is going to be a great match between these two teams. The talent is razor thin.
Yeah, just Energy having all the damage boosts that he needs to pop off as well. They knew the assignment. They knew they'd have to back away, wait on Energy. Energy also forcing a lot of the attention off of not only his team, but forces the Rad in general just to drop down and recontest on the point, splitting them up from the high ground that they wanted to be on.
And they handled the Atom to perfection. Just Energy knowing the job, the assignment, and the hunt that he had to do mid-season. We saw him do it on Psylocke. This time it's Star-Lord. Man can do it all in that dynamic duo between the two. But we can't forget about Vess, who continued to land the slam dunks, rise from the depths of lava that Guru put so many teams down to. This was just such an A-class effort from the entire team.
He had enough. He had enough. Even the safety measure that they try to put into place for the Atom, it's just this is a team that knows what this team needs to rely on for the win condition. You take that off the table here. Energy having some help too on the high ground at the very end for that last fight, preventing Gale from even being able to use that Karmic Revival.
No, great shot out there. In general, it came down to just small staggers. Like, there wasn't one huge wow, that was the moment. Gale definitely wants to have that one back as far as being able to res the team for success. But even at that, look at this. He comes back, passive found, doesn't matter. Energy continues to get it done. And that is just a battle between two absolute demons here when it comes to pro play. Energy taking our MVP, 33 for Des. That's what you want to see from him.
being on that Star-Lord 15 final hits, as well as a little swap up there with the graphic because he was on that Star-Lord 33 and 4 only 2. With those 15 final hits, are you 32,000 damage? In comparison, if you look on the other side, Bedtime Story, that highlight duelist that we keep talking about, had 32,000 output damage.
It's crazy. I mean, these two teams matched blow for blow, but on top, it was a FlyQuest able to get it done in domination. Again, Rad won 2-0-2-0 their last 2 matches, so they are facing unprecedented times here, at least at this part of the tournament. I mean, that just lived up to what I thought it would. I gotta tell you, like, just so fun, the chaos between them. Guru saying, hey, Angela didn't work the first time. It's gonna work the second, and, you know, he made it work with those push-offs.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing on that phase of the map, right, you have so many opportunities to get the environmental KOs, and that's what he did. He popped off there, too, on the Angela, and so he made it work, but against a team like FlyQuest, you're going to need a lot more.
Yeah, this team knows how to lock back in. FlyQuest is ready as well. Guys, we have such a good one. Could go to Game 3. We'll have to find out. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break.
Smoke screen! I'm hunkering down. Judge! Jury! Executioner!
What is going on, guys, and welcome back from what could be our last break as these two teams meet. And Vicky, it has lived up to the hype. A lot of Rad fans out there, a lot of Fly believers, and when it comes to it, listen, the pick bans went great. What makes Fly great is their strategists can adjust very easily. They got rid of Adam Warlock, but Vision adapting the Jeff to such success, they've got to get rid of Mantis. They've got to get rid of the Jeff here. Something and or the Star-Lord. There's a lot of threats they got to focus on.
Yeah, and you only got so many bans, right? And, you know, if you look at the other side, FlyQuest had banned the Star-Lord against Rad Esports, understanding, right? Like, what they could have. And not only that, too, the Mantis, the Jeff, everything that allowed them to completely take over that first game. Literally flying high here with that dub in that first game alone. You have to imagine Rad having a little bit of fire under themselves. Forky Dog had some standout moments, too, we saw with the Invisible Man, but then Guru with that Angela had tried to make some playmaking abilities. I'm not expecting that as we're going on to game number 2, or maybe we do if we get that triple Vanguard strategist lineup too.
Yeah, you know, last time they kind of put the attention towards Adam, Venom, Emma, and Ultron, but you can only focus on taking away so much of their strength. So are you comfortable with what you had? You think you could have won that maybe? And you try to test that again? Domination sometimes doesn't always tell the full story of the team's game plan here. But again, Rad in uncharted territories. But now both of them, as they're going to be going to Araco, which is what neither team has faced up in this Ignite series so far. So we have no stats to look at in terms of how they've performed on the map.
Yeah, literally a map that neither of these teams have played on, and both these teams finding success on that game mode, right? 2-1 each. So, sorry, 2-0 each. So it's the fact that they have both success, and there's now both going to this map for the first time. A map that we haven't seen today, too, by the way. So I like a nice different setting here for our final series.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And looking at what these teams could bring, first of all, if you're Envy, who plays the loser of this, you're like, well, I don't want to play either of them, probably, because they're both pretty hot at the moment from what they're bringing to it. But yeah, I think Bedtime Story versus Energy is going to be a big thing to highlight here. I also believe that the Atom could sneak through Vicky. Zelos then typically plays that role. Vision did, though, as well. So does Vision continue to, ride the helm of Jeff? If Jeff is banned, how do they rotate? FlyQuest, if I'm Rad, I'm going to challenge them in a different way and not allow the same stuff go through.
Honestly, too, and you know that at least in that first point, when you have that pushover area, once you get to the first choke of Araco, Jeff could shine through. But then if you have the Rocket Raccoon, too, if you're starting off on the defense, you at least get that BRB to bring back a Vanguard back if you do want to hold that choke the way that we see most of these teams hold. So that could be the trade-off there, depending on if that ban is going to go through on the Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep in mind, guys, this is the last we'll see of some of this meta as we continue to go into what is going to be patch 4.5. If you guys don't know, launching next week. A lot of changes to it and a lot of addressing the triple strategist, right? Venom, I don't even know if we'll see Venom again after that patch goes live, after what the anti-healing is going to be from him. But either way, it should be fun. Mix things up a little bit. I love that Jean Grey had their fun, and then Hella was off the bench. Now Hella's right back in it with her buffs as well, and so I expect that to shine. Maybe Blade makes an appearance eventually. Eventually. And Hella too. I was like, Hella buffs. Interesting. That's very interesting. She's a terror within my respective games. We see the reset potential that Hella has, as well as space control too. So that's going to be something else to look forward to. Although, let Venom out. Let him out. I want to see him play out, but I don't think that's going to really slide by after those changes. But we have to focus now on what's in front of us after making the adjustments that we just saw for game number 1 here as we move on to the potential last game of the series. The teams are set. We are ready to go, guys. This could be it to wrap up an electric day 6. If you've been with us the whole time, appreciate you. If you're just now coming in, you're here for a good one. Sit down, relax, and enjoy as we get to the ban phase on Araco. And it's Emma Frost. This is a key ban on this map. I like the decision.
Gilbert Noodle was a problem at the end too, right? We saw Gilbert Noodle try to roll out with the Emma Frost at some points. You could try to get for some more of these environmental picks, but with the triple Vanguard, it's really nice and more secure to not feel like you're about to get choke slammed with a double ammo.
Yeah, as we look at the first save going to him, and they're going to go with Gale back on Adam. I think clearly they energy hunted down Gale and found the key to success there, and that was tough. So, you know what? With that save, maybe they go right back into the ban there then on Adam, and they just try to get the Adam advantage. Could be the Jeff, or going a different route. Venom was what was there last time, so potentially there's difference. Right now, this is the same thing, though, outside of the Emma.
Yeah, protecting the Magneto next, too, just to try to deal with the strategist ultimates maybe here, especially if they roll out with the Jeff. That's something you could try to save an ultimate for, especially if you let the Phoenix slide through. As we get to see the next ban going forward, it's going to be the Ultron. I do like this, considering Ultron also really helps out with that triple strategist lineup, as well as on this map. There's so many vertical spaces you could hold.
They banned Ultron last time, so same ban for them. Maybe they're just trying to get a little bit more information here. Okay, the Jet, that needed to happen, right?
Yeah.
So now you're forcing them to rotate. This is what I expected. I think they want the Atom. Don't know if they saved the Atom here, if I'm being honest, but I know they're plenty comfortable with it. If you're on the side of FlyQuest, okay, they save the Atom. So Jeff is out, they rotate Zealous.
Maybe Venom here too. Just thinking about what we could expect considering... Okay, I was going to say the Mantis of going by would be crazy because imagine the Mantis and the Venom would just go absolutely insane. But Mantis is that priority. I like that final ban here as a final safe pick goes out for Rad. And it's going to be the Jeff themselves.
Ooh, honestly, okay. I like what Rad did here. I think they've done a good job with what they've put together. Trying to get, you know, the Jeff for themselves, ban it from the opposition, also get the Atom for themselves. Unfortunately, not banning it that time. And we've seen what they've been able to do. Again, Pizza Demon has been quite literally the demon soldier there that is Jeff. And again, though, Star-Lord is off the table.
But it's on the table for FlyQuest at the very least. You don't have that damage boost here, and if you look at both sides, no Emma, no Mantis here, Ultron, Star-Lord being that next band. We saw that again last time as well. But the protection being on the Emma Frost prioritized last time here, not here instead. It's the strategists that Rad want to protect instead.
Yeah, as they lock in, and we're going to have what we saw them do previous in the tournament. Gale, just such a great storm. And Bedtime Story putting out the Khonshu. Gilbert Noodle did the tree ults to try to get everyone lined up. And you need to do so when you face what is going to be a very tough triple Vanguard effort here from FlyQuest. We know what they like to play. Vest is in. Their options are there and available on the table, as the only ban, I believe, was to the Emma to shut them down.
Let's get this going here. Araco, our possible last map, or is this going to be a turnaround? It was a gamble up in the air considering both of these teams haven't played not only on this map, but have found success again on this game mode here. So as we get started, there's going to be some track history to at least rely on for the future, depending on which of these teams come out on top.
Absolutely, as we head in, ready to go. And looking at this early approach, as the teams are already out of the gates here, Energy is going to be on that first hit and difference. Guru trying to get people displaced right off the rip here now. Bedtime Story is going to try to farm up the ult fast. 34, 45, and climbing like milliseconds up on it. Guru, nice shield protection as he's trying to find some displacement.
Guru sticking to this Angela even on the attack too. It's great when it comes to displacing that triple Vanguard lineup. You split even more attention up, and you have to worry about that of Cooper already building up that Loki ultimate so quickly. Same thing with Bedtime Story, matching that has the Khonshu ready to go as he wants to send it up to break out this choke, playing a little split up as Cooper's gonna be able to get that God of Mischief online first.
Oh yeah, he loves to have those Loki clones to balance off and get that rolling for him. The Born Again is up again now, as that's going to keep the team. What a good copy, by the way, from Cooper there to give their team the aggression and just the stall roll defense that they're able to do here. Groot going down, trying to get the Khonshu rolling, and they do get a little something, but not much.
Yeah, because you got the Resurrect just bringing them back around too. Those two members and the Eye of Agamotto from the sky as the Omega Hurricane and the Shark get the feast like Thanksgiving came early. Make way for Gale, but the Born Again now as Vision tries to get everybody back together.
I like that. You know, I like doing the Born Again there because it's just going to keep this team foot on the pedal here, right? Because, my gosh,
nice.
What a great way to bring them all right back yet again. There's the quick heal up. Teams are low. Forky Dog gets the pick. That's what they want now. Bedtime Story's going to follow up. Heaven falls. Guru makes Energy fall, and it's Rad now pushing down the point.
Everybody eats now. Everyone grouped up together at the hands of Guru, and everyone knows who's played Angela. It can be a little tricky to deal with an Invisible Woman with the push and pull, but the recontest now coming in from Vez off the Doctor Strange portal.
And Angel's ult just so sick. Love hearing that one. Heaven fallen here. It's now going to be a damage boosted Bedtime Story. Doesn't need the Star-Lord. It's all going to be Jake here. Or it goes by many names. Mark, right? As he got the Khonshu ready to roll with them. The God by his side. We got Invisible Boundary up. Here's the combo. And the flush.
Everybody grouping up together, nothing to help them out, and that was despite Cooper building up that ultimate a second time so quickly. Rad winning another team fight.
Again, I love the big ban phase that Rad had here, and it's coming to show to light as Pizza Demon is ready. Once again, the Jeff NATO is on lock. Vision climbing up to that ult. Cooper again forced to go to Luna now. Can't stay on the Loki with that Moon Knight. Spark Chief can dive. They can try to thrive, but right now it's all Bedtime Story and Rad.
Oh, here comes Spark though as the invisible boundary comes out and the Sharknado is back to clear the space and the damage output. Cooper falls victim. Zealous still alive. The invisible boundary could come in clutch as it is called in the legendary to even buy in even more space here.
Vision, though, gonna get that res off of the team. Bedtime Story gets Spark Chief out. Right back, though, is the symbiote coming back to life here as Guru is gonna try to fall down, bring out the axis, slice and dice to find his prey. He does locate one alone, but doesn't get it out. Bedtime Story, though, and Gilbert have been getting it done.
He just keeps finding more heads here, but then you flip the script. Vision gets a self-resurrect and continuously keep FlyQuest up in the driver's seat with this aggression as they hold back Rad Esports.
I was curious how they're going to handle this because Zealous used to play Adam. Bringing in Vision, though, was such a great way to utilize his strengths as both a aim-dominant duelist, but also the strategist here. Energy climbing. Spark Chief close behind. Pizza Demon's got the ult to go right off the edge, but it's Gilbert getting energy out of this thing early.
That slight stun there, too, at the same time. Gilbert on point and just shutting down an overextension as the Jeff ultimate comes out from Pizza Demon. Nice raccoon, I guess, this way, as Rocket would not be happy, but the nice comeback as Spark Chief activates the Feast of the Abyss, and he feasts off on what is left from Rad. Gale gets a resurrect onto himself with the passive, but it may not be enough. Not enough bodies here to contest on the point, and overtime ticking away. Rad are nowhere in sight.
Oh my gosh. It felt like Rad, I mean, they were dominating Vicky, but it didn't matter. Every time they get a wipe, guess what? Vision bringing the boys right back, and they get the job done. Insane, because Rad could not have played that better on offense outside of the one key.
And that's so crazy with the way that also we saw Bedtime Story just consistently shutting down the chokes with the hand of Khonshu. It just wasn't enough. The way that FlyQuest hold their position specifically needs to be studied. Whether you have a split position up on the high ground, your strategist playing down below, then you have an off angle, they still were able to prevent that point from getting any sort of progress with the way that they were also able to stall. The Venom too helping them.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is what we pointed out before. There's just not a weak link on this FlyQuest roster. And I mean, pointing it out right there, Spark Chief, yes, it was just a rocket. Boom, comes back, peels for the team, gets another to follow up with it. And that's what we said, right? We're like, okay, are they going to ban the Venom? Because they did that last time. No, they have to. You can only ban so much. The Atom snuck through, and they were ready for it. It's the flexibility of the strategist of FlyQuest for me.
We're supposed to be on the same side, Frank.
That's what it means when it comes to Marvel Rivals as a game. It's the game of counter picks here and playing to your strengths. As we get to see what Rad's going to roll out with here on the defense. Was wondering, yeah, I guess we are going to maybe stick here to that Angela as I see the silhouette.
A FlyQuest there, showing the, you gotta love the mascot there, the green, the leaves of Groot now. Spark Chief looking up, trying to find his prey, and they really don't have to go far here to secure their spot in the grand final. Spark Chief now pushing forward and getting the walls out early, creating a lot of pressure, but it's going to be energy with the pull down there. Nice job and good separation. Looking towards it now, we do have Guru, who's going to be back on Angela. You've seen it once, you've seen it again here now as he continues to push forward.
But look at the space that Spark Chief is building up on this high ground with these Groot walls too, with energy finding Gilbert Noodle, a nice little sneak through, and Vision on the Punisher together with the Bucky. Talk about the damage output now that as FlyQuest roll out through that next choke.
I've seen Vision go 1v6 against teams on this hero. I mean, you got the old comp, the old team up might be gone from the game, but Bucky and Punisher are backing down for business with the bullets to do it. Guru with the shield deflect. Good job shutting down that cooldown now, as we're going to have the Axis potentially fly, but Guru right now unable to get what he wants out of there. The mag bubble for the push off, but he does get the limb.
Where's my Uber driver? Take me, put me down, nothing to save him, not even with the invisible and pushing, but the invisible boundary now from Zelos, trying to enable energy to get more of these resets. Forky Dog keeps the team alive with their invisible boundary to prevent that from happening.
You gotta try to win this without Gale popping the res. That would be huge for the team because they have 2 minutes to go and counting. Spark Chief looking for that Prism, trying to get behind that Magneto barrier, waiting for the cooldowns. Patience is key here. Gilbert Noodle with the feast and nothing to trade from it. Spark Chief, here we go.
Ooh, but brings everybody together in that next choke, dealing good amount of damage, but the survivability is too much here as Rad stay alive now, and Gilbert trying to get away before Bedtime Story has the Meteor M, tries to slam it down right in Vision's face, but not only does it get shut down, he gets taken out. Born Again rings out as Gale brings him back together, and they can play a lot more aggressively, but they have to recontest to prevent more space being brought.
Insane survivability from Vision there, not falling to the Magneto ult that usually counters it well. Gale with good... Guru, though, who's the one that falls to Zelos now as the resurrection happens on the side yet again. And here we go. Once again, it's Energy popping Gilbert. It's Energy. It's Vision. The deadly duo we've highlighted. But Pizza Demon brings them back, just like we just saw from the last fight of these two teams, Vic.
Well, we're here too to follow up. The God of Mischief from Pizza Demon had just gone hard, but with Cooper getting the copy onto the invisible boundary, may not have that same impact here, but Energy looking back also have that Kraken impact to reset here, and it's just scrappy battles with FlyQuest having the ultimate economy in their favor.
Oh my gosh, Kraken down, making an impact indeed. He used the reset yet again. He's going to face them right to the grand finals as FlyQuest once again finding themselves in the seeding round.
Unfazed, Cozy. That's what I saw from FlyQuest. The way that they're always able to retake fights, even after they lose, even with just 1-2 members, is impeccable.
Yeah, I mean, I can say this confidently. I'm telling you, the best acquisition in the offseason was Vision coming to this team that was already stacked, and they just look dominant. And I got to say, Rad looks great. Rad looked very good there, but FlyQuest, again, they were the favorites coming in here right there with Envy. They took down Envy, now taking down another top team in Rad. I mean, just what a performance all around, but it does come from just the flexibility and strength of this roster.
Also, it's very nice to see how Cooper was able to play Loki despite the nerfs and having that healing output, being able to get those copies right on time. Even the earlier copy before that last fight into the Adam Warlock to get the resurrection to allow the team to still hold down on the defense here. While Rad, we saw amazing performances as they were clearing out this first initial point when they were getting progress, but it was just lights out with the way that FlyQuest was holding different positioning.
I mean, the highlight reel almost looks better for Rad. I mean, Bedtime Story and Gilbert have that down, but it just didn't matter. Just like when they went against Envy, FlyQuest has what it takes. Clutch in the veins here. Energy getting it done and showing what he can do on any duelist within the game. So fun to watch these two teams go at it. Cooper-tastic coming away with what seems like his 100th MVP.
Always seeing Cooper's name up here for all the right reasons, right? 14 KOs, despite that, to be able to follow up here, going down only 4 times. I mean, you even saw at the very end, when you have just a Kraken impact there, the final judgment in your face, you have no strategist ultimates, it's gonna be lights out.
Absolutely, as we find ourselves now looking in the stage being set for what is going to be a heck of the next couple of days for this seeding round. And then it comes down to eliminations where heartbreaks will happen. But first, let's get this stage set. And listen, last time FlyQuest won it all, got that first round seed. It didn't happen for them, but this is a different roster, a different team, different mentality, Vicky, and you'd love to see it.
That also means that FlyQuest will be sitting happily in that grand finals, and Envy will have to go through another series if they want to get some revenge.
Absolutely. Here we got ourselves just so fun to get the interview going here in just a moment and seeing what this team, who is used to the winning position a lot of the time here, at least in the early stages. Can't wait to ask them what the difference of this year or this time versus last time was in this tournament, Vicky. But what a way to end on a fun note.
Yeah, I really want to dive into their comms too. Their situational awareness and being able to call out how to counter rotate and then re-engage is impeccable. That's actually very hard to do when it comes to timing in this game. I feel like when it also comes to playing against really good players that are also very good at not only ult tracking but calling out what the win conditions are on the board.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's a great point because a lot of the time it did feel like they kind of always knew what to expect and what to counter with the ults. And sometimes it was only a couple that they needed to counter, you know, a whole fledge of ults there from the opposition. And so it felt like they were always prepared for what was to come. And yeah, just like we got the breakdown a little bit on Nemesis and who's their shot caller and game and fight planner, curious now with this kind of newer team of FlyQuest, who does the role there? As we look at the bracket, the stage is set for our final days. Vicky, Rad versus Envy there is going to be a good one.
Yeah, you do not want to miss that one. That lower bracket finals is going to be incredible, especially after what we just seen from Rad, one of the only teams that have no issue in experimenting on the different lineups that they provided, looking at that Angela, trying to make it work. But against a team like Envy, it's going to be difficult if they want to find themselves trying to get that run back versus FlyQuest 2.
Yeah, and I like that they're sticking with what they have. I mean, Guru, we talked to him, and they know what they can do with Angela. Heck, she's only getting better the next patch, so, you might as well perfect what you've practiced now thus far, and it's worked for them, right? They were 4-0 going into today's matchup. You can't take that loss as just some devastating blow and your whole strategy out the window. Still worked very well, and we welcome in someone I've not had the pleasure of talking to. I talk to him all of the time offline. Great to invite him in. I'm pumped to hear it. Vision, what's going on, man?
Not much, that was easy.
Hey, you got the whole team together, and I was going to ask about you going into this. So cool to see everybody here for the interview. You guys, you've been here last time. You were here during the seeding round when you guys made it to this far, but you bring on Vision onto this team. What is the difference from the team from June to right now? And it starts with this guy.
I mean, I think we're just stronger out now. I definitely see myself as an improvement to the roster, and I think we're probably the best now, I'm not going to lie. That's about it, honestly.
Love the confidence, my guy. Love the confidence.
Man, I love seeing the support you guys have as a unit right now. You got the mascots in the back. You guys are flying high, literally living it up to the name. You guys are here in the grand finals. Hey, let's go. I honestly, I just want to ask you a question right now. With the way that you guys had that series versus Envy, I didn't get to talk to you guys. I mean, tell us, that was incredibly close. One of the best matches we've seen. Literally one of the best. Coming out of that series specifically, you guys already stating you're feeling so confident. Are you feeling like you guys are ready in case you guys have to fight Envy once again? Do you feel like you're going to be beating them, even cleaner than what it looked like before?
I mean, I don't want to say much, but I think it'll be a very good game regardless. Envy and us are definitely the top 2 teams in A. I think we've learned more of our mistakes from that game to really help us improve as a team. So I think if we do play them again, it will probably be a little bit easier.
I've got a question for you. Last time Sentinels, 100 Thieves, they did the boot camp. Looks like the boys are all together right now. So obviously big props to the entire room back there. Are you guys planning to stay there as that boot camp going into what is, obviously the main stage here as we go to the group stage, elimination stage? Or is it here just for the seeding? Talk to me about this because I didn't know you guys were together.
We're here for the whole event. The second the playoffs are over, we're out, but we're here for the whole thing. We're together. We're doing good. We all like each other. We got good vibes, It's good. We're here for the whole thing.
That makes you
Heck yeah, man. Hey, listen, we didn't get to see that last time, so I'd love to see it.
I do have one last question for you guys, because something that really impressed me for your entire team is the way that even when certain members were picked off, your re-engagement and positioning was always on point in taking the fight, so that way you don't give them any room to breathe. Can you talk a little bit about how the communication flows for your team?
I mean, the communication's good. Everybody talks. No one's quiet. We all know what to do whenever anything happens. We're always prepared. So if one person goes down, we know exactly what we need to do with our 5 people. There's a process for everything. It's just perfect. Everybody talks. Is always
absolutely. You love to see it. I mean, you guys are a veteran group. I mean, you were right there going to China Vision, and then this whole team. I mean, we know what they can deliver. So you guys have the tools. You have everything you need. We're so excited to not only see you guys perform at the level we know you're capable of, but just great to bring you guys on in here. Enjoy the win. Get that reset for the grand finals, and to get that top seed that I know you guys want.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, guys. Vision, great talking to you finally, my man. And again, just, right after the Envy game, I was talking with him, just it was so cool to see the excitement from what I know that they can put together there. Huge acquisition from them on FlyQuest, and we saw it come to light here, Vic.
Yeah, I had no idea they were together, by the way. That's a team up already on its own. The fact that they're all boot camping together just highlights how much this team means business. I already knew that before, but I don't think people recognize how strong it is to have